Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Em and I'm so happy that you're here. I hope you're having a flare-free day. If you're new to my channel, I am a lifestyle blogger and an endometriosis advocate, and everything on this channel is related to living and thriving with a chronic illness. Today's video is something that is near and dear to my heart, and it's all about wearable pain relief. Now, if you're like me, endometriosis flare-ups can be excruciating. They bring me to my knees, they bring me to a place that I don't want to be in. Because my endometriosis flare-ups are extremely painful and they happen not only just once a month, but I experience flare-ups probably more than 5 times a month. I'm on the lookout for pain remedies that are outside of my medication. I'm looking for things that are non-invasive, non-intrusive, natural-based. So this video is all about testing out a new natural-based, sustainable, reusable pain relief option for painful periods associated with adenomyosis and endometriosis. And with that, I'll get into a little bit about the company and what we're testing out today. Okay, a little bit about the company, where the product comes from. So Undu Wearables is a Canadian FemTech company that started during the global pandemic. They are Ontario-based and they ship their product Canada-wide. They are focused on wearable, natural pain relief that is associated with period pain. Their products are designed and inspired by nature, which is really nice to see. So they've designed this product, which is the original heat pack, as well as the Keep It Brief, and I'll do a little review of what was included in my package from the company. I received this pouch to hold the original heat pack. Here's the original heat pack. Here is Undu's Keep It Brief. I received mine in forest green. They have a bunch of different colors. My sizing is 29 to 31. And here you can see they have front and back pouches to hold the original heat pack. It fits perfectly and very snugly so that it has the heat distributed to where you need it on your front or back. But very simple products that are designed with you in mind. They have a range of sizes for the Keep It Brief, so it is very inclusive. I will be doing a demonstration in this video to let you know how it works, what the heat is like, how I feel during and after, but it's something that's new on the market and I'm really excited to test out. The company has reached out to me and has allowed me to test out the product. It is not sponsored. This will be an honest review of the product itself and how I see this fitting into my endometriosis toolkit. So the first thing you want to do is boil water. That is the first step in getting your original heat pack toasty. I just grab a bowl to start. When you receive the original heat pack, it will be stiff. You will need to heat it up prior to a flare-up, so that's something to keep in mind. I've already heated mine up, so it's a bit flimsy, but I'll put it into this bowl for now just so you can see how you heat it up. So next, what you want to do when the water is boiled, you want to pour it into the bowl. This is also important to make sure that it is safe to hold hot water. You don't want your bowls cracking while you're doing this process. But for myself, the first time I heat this original heat pack, I want to cover the entire product so that heat is distributed evenly and that the stuff inside melts properly. So we can start to see after 5 minutes, it is becoming very translucent. You can see through it. It's a good sign that it is distributing heat evenly and that it is soon ready to be used. Another method you could use once you've already used your original heat pack more than once is you can actually roll it very easily. So instead of using a big bowl, you can just grab a mug, roll up the original heat pack so it looks like this. And then you can easily just pop it into any mug. It can be your favorite mug, it can be your least favorite mug, whatever you want to do, and just pop it in just like that. And once your hot water is ready, you can just pour it easily into the mug and you don't have to use a big cumbersome bowl to do that. I like to wait about 5 to 10 minutes until the gel is clear within the pack and pour it out easily into a sink, and it should look something like this. Push down and you can see it's really liquidy here, which is really good. It is really warm the way it should be. So I'm gonna tuck this in now to the Keep It Brief, and I'll let you know how long the heat lasts. So here's the Keep It Brief on. This is the forest green color again. It has that front pouch that's gonna hold the original heat pack. If you want the heat distributed across the front of your lower abdomen, it's great during a flare-up. And here it is at the back. So there's a back pouch as well that you can put the heating pack into if you need relief on your lower back during a flare. So here's our toasty original heat pack. It is ready to be put into a pouch. I just find the front pouch and toss it in there. And it is warm, so just be careful when you're using it. Here's the layer between your skin and the heat, which is a nice safety protectant. And once in, I just kind of like to smooth it out and evenly distribute heat where I need it, but it is not moving anywhere. It is perfectly snug in that little pouch in the front. So as you can see, the original heat pack lays flat on my stomach. It's not bulky at all. I'm still able to wear my pants normally. I'm just showing you here that it is in the pouch snugly and it's not moving anywhere. You can still press it down a little bit if you'd like, but it is not bulky when compared to a hot water bottle, and you're still able to move around because it is held tightly in that front pouch. So as a comparison, here is the original heat pack in the back pouch of the Keep It Brief. I like to put it in, smooth it out where I need it, and pop it beneath my pants. It, again, is not bulky. You can't see it at all. The heat is perfect, and it's distributed evenly across my lower back. And again, it is held in place by that perfect back pouch, so it's not slipping and sliding around my back. The heat is where I need it during a painful flare. Okay, so I have the original heat pack on my lower back right now, and it is so nice and toasty. Let me tell you, it's heating up that lower part of my back, which is really nice. So it's 10:38 a.m. right now. I'm gonna try and flip this over to show you. Okay, 10:38 a.m. And so basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let you know when the heat starts to dissipate, so when it actually starts going away, so that we can get a true test of how long the heat lasts. Something that I will say is that it would be amazing if the company sold the 2 original heating packs with a Keep It Brief, whatever design or color you choose. I think it would be really nice during a major endometriosis or adenomyosis flare-up to have heat on both the front and back. So like lower abdomen and lower back during those flare-ups, because I turn to heat immediately when I'm having a really major flare-up and my medication isn't setting in yet. Heat is my #1 go-to for addressing a flare-up naturally. So that would be really nice if they ended up doing that package. I think they said that they did that at the beginning during like their first sale, and I think they might be going back to that, but for now they just have it sold separately, which is still fine. You can just still order another original heating pack, but I think it would be really nice if you had both the front and back going at the same time. I do want to outline a comparison to what I'm currently using for wearable heating. It's not wearable at all. It's a hot water bottle. Basically, this is what I'm using. It's like the size of my head. Super thick. It's not even filled with water yet. So you can tell the difference of like this, that is not a wearable heating source. You would have to be stationary, lying in your bed, lying on a couch, lying somewhere, or like sitting up with this huge water bottle full of hot water. Yes, it works wonders, but at the same time, it limits your ability to move and to continue on with your daily tasks. Sometimes I know that endometriosis flare-ups for myself, I don't want to move and I can't move. But during flare-ups that are minor or just a little bit there that I need that heat relief, but I can still kind of walk and move, having this really limits your ability to move and to like get up during the day, because you're kind of bed or couch or chair bound with something this big. Basically, having something like this is not going to allow you to move around, to continue on with your daily activities, to live your life the way you want to during a minor endometriosis or adenomyosis flare-up, because it is so bulky and because you can't just like easily pop it into your pants and like look discreet doing that. I mean, you could, no judgment, if you need that heat relief, but going out to the store or going out walking or things like that, like this is going to be cumbersome to walk around with, like in your pants, in your front or your back. So I think currently right now, there's a lot of pros with the Undu Wearables, the original heating pack, because 1, it is so thin and discreet, and 2, it has pockets on the front and back of the Keep It Brief so that you can discreetly put it in and it stays in place for where you need the actual heat, instead of this in your front, just kind of like sloshing around. You have to like kind of adjust where you need it. The original heating pack, you can just place it, press it in, and it basically stays where you need it to stay and where you need the heat to be. Okay, update, it is 10:48 a.m. and I'm still feeling the same amount of heat that I had experienced when I first put the original heat pack into my lower back brief. It's feeling really nice still, and the heat is doing wonders for my muscles back there. Okay, update, it is 10:58 a.m. and the heating pack on my lower back is still working. It's lost a little bit of heat, but it's still warm and hot in some places to the touch, so it's still doing its job to where I need it to work on my muscles. Okay, so the original heat pack provided by Undu Wearables, the heat lasted 35 minutes for me. I do want to outline that the heat worked wonders and it was dispersed evenly throughout the lower back. I don't know if that's caused by the design of the product or if it was just how thin it was, that it evenly distributed heat where it needed to go. But it was definitely working wonders on all areas of my back and not just in the center where I find a lot of heating products go. Okay, I wanted to do a comparison with the hot water bottle and the original heating pack just to show the differences and similarities between the two. The first thing that I noticed with my current hot water bottle is that it is the same length as the original heat pack provided by Undu Wearables. So you're still getting the residential space on your abdomen to cover what you need to cover with heat. Okay, the first major difference that I see between the heating water bottle, or the hot water bottle, sorry, and the original heating pack is that number one, this hot water bottle is super bulky to begin with. Yes, it has this yarn on it, but the pouch itself is here and it's not filled with water, and it is very thick and bulky and heavy already without water in it. So when this is filled with water, it becomes very heavy and cumbersome to work with. When compared to the original heat pack, you can see how thin this is compared to the original heat pack. I'll put the comparison up in a second, but this is very thin in comparison, and it is super lightweight because you're not carrying a bunch of water along with you. You just have to heat it up, and this melts down to a really hot gel that you can just wear around with you. So that is the number one major difference. Something that I do want to point out is that the hot water bottle has this layer of protection against you and the hot water bottle itself, because once this is filled with hot water, it does get to a point where it can be dangerous with direct contact with your skin. This looks like it is bare currently, but I want to remind you that this will be placed in the Keep It Brief so that there will be a layer of protection between your skin and the heat itself. You can also wrap this up if you don't have the Keep It Brief and just want the original heat pack. You will again have, or I highly recommend having a layer between this and your skin just for safety precautions when dealing with heat. Okay, excuse the tripod, but I did want to show the difference in the thickness between the two. So you can see the hot water bottle is a lot thicker than the original heat pack. So putting different movement here so you can see the difference in size. Okay, so something to note with the design, it actually tells you when it needs to be reheated because it goes back to this cream color and you can't see through it. So it kind of is a nice reminder that, okay, I need to go back and reheat this because it's no longer the warm liquid that's running through the product design. I really like that because it shows when it's cool to the touch so that you can put it back into your case wherever you need to go. And it's just a nice safety feature to have to show someone else that's in the room, like, that is a hot product, do not touch it. Something good to have if there are kids around. What I really like about the original heat pack provided by Undu Wearables is that it doesn't take a lot of hot water to warm it up when you compare it to using a hot water bottle. This requires a lot of hot water, which can be dangerous to pour in if it's not done properly. It takes a lot of hot water to fill up and to use. So I don't know if that's going to be a difference with your approach to wearable heating, but for me, this was easy. I just rolled it up, popped it in a mug, put a little bit of hot water over it to cover it, but it wasn't the amount that was needed to fill a hot water bottle. I basically liked how it was less water to heat up because that is time wasted when trying to deal with a very painful endometriosis flare-up. For me, you have your medication, but the number one defense while your medication is setting in is heat. And if you're waiting on the kettle to boil because there's so much water to put into it to fill a hot water bottle, that's time wasted when you can have active pain relief in
5 to 10 minutes.
We're back, we're ready, we're here for the final results. So if I were to reach for something for natural pain relief during an endometriosis flare-up, I would say in between the bulky hot water bottle and the Undu Wearables original heating pack, I'm leaning more towards the Undu Wearables original heating pack with the Keep It Brief. I find that this is an amazing option to, one, have a quick heating product that is ready in 5 to 10 minutes to pop in and use while an endometriosis flare-up is happening. Two, I'm able to put the heat exactly where I want to on my abdomen in the pouch provided in the Keep It Brief, as well as put the heat where I need it on my lower back during a painful episode of endometriosis flaring up. I find that this is compact and discreet and allows me to do the things that I want to do, especially during a less painful flare-up. So something that I really like to see. It is very easy to use. I mean, this is easy to use as well. Like, you just pour hot water into it, but I find in comparison, this is just very bulky, very cumbersome. I'd have to rearrange it in my on my stomach or on my back to place the heat where I need it to be. I find that it's easier to just heat this up than it is to pour boiling hot water into this. I mean, they're both very simple to use, but at the end of the day, I think I'm gonna be, reaching for this a little bit more than I would the large, bulky hot water bottle. So if you're interested in trying it out on your own, I'll place the link to the website in my bio. I'm really interested to hear your thoughts on what you think. At the end of the day, everyone's endometriosis flare-ups or adenomyosis flare-ups will be different. So my pain tolerance might be different than your pain tolerance. So at the end of the day, heat is a natural pain remedy, but for myself, my endometriosis flare-ups will still break through heat options. I need my medication to really help through a flare-up. And again, talk to your doctor before taking medication or trying natural pain relief, because you want to make sure that it works for your body and you want to be safe doing that. But at the end of the day, my options and my body are looking at the original heating pack from Undu Wearables, as well as the Keep It Brief. So I really appreciate Undu Wearables passing this along and allowing me to do an honest review of their product. And I hope it works for you. If you have any other options for natural pain relief that you use, please feel free to pop them in the comment box below. I'd love to hear what you use, because it could be helpful for myself as well as others watching the video. And so at that, I will be testing out other products, I'm sure, down the line, but I hope you enjoyed the video. With that, I will see you on the next video.